Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on Super Showdown Dark. And well, tonight we've got 3 matches up for you. And they all sort of differ in styles. But without further ado, let's get into our first matchup. It is going to be Keith Lee making his debut against Samoa Joe, also making his first appearance on Super Showdown programming. This should be a hard-hitting battle in Cleveland, Ohio. Here comes Samoa Joe. The fans always love to get that Joe chant going on. And it's got a ring to it. If I'm being honest here, it's got a ring to it. But tonight, Joe's got a big challenge ahead of him in Keith Lee. But I think it's more of a challenge for Lee tonight. But who will be the more dominant big man in this matchup? We're going to find out. Samoa Joe looks ready. He looks ready for a fight. Because that's what Samoa Joe does. Samoa Joe fights. And ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the limitless Keith Lee. This is someone you don't want to miss. He is here to show what he's got. This is someone who I could definitely see challenging Intercontinental Champion Adam Cole in no time flat. Because this guy is strong, but he's also agile. And it's very important for someone that size to be both. So your opponent will never really be able to predict what you're going to do next. And that is what Keith Lee is all about, unpredictability. We don't know what Keith Lee's going to do next. Is he going to pick you up or is he going to do a flip? Well, we're going to find out his game plan for Samoa Joe tonight on Super Showdown Dark, our first contest of episode 3. You got to think the winner of this is going to get himself placed in the power rankings of Super Showdown. Whether it's for the Grand Championship or Intercontinental Championship, we'll find out. But here we go. They start off with a strong collar and elbow tie-up. Samoa Joe just using his strength to push Lee back into the corner. The referee's gonna have to separate him. And Lee and Joe lock up again. This time Keith Lee going after the arm. Working the arm of Joe. Gets him into a nice hammer lock. When it comes to technical wrestling, I'm going to have to give the advantage to Samoa Joe. You see, he takes him right down. Fujiwara armbar. And look at that. Oh! Just drops the knee right on that arm of Lee. That takes away some of the strength of Keith. And they lock up once more. Samoa Joe now going behind into the waistlock. And Joe just using the power game, bringing Keith Lee down. But Lee, this has been very back and forth between the two, and you see Lee just slapping the midsection of Joe. Trying to screw up his mental game. Play some mind games tonight. Oh, and a headbutt by Keith Lee. And Samoa Joe's not going to take any of that. He just eats another one of those headbutts, though, but Samoa Joe fights back. Forearm shot by Joe. Off the ropes goes the 2, and look at that. Joe puts the elbow into Keith Lee, and Lee just said, was that supposed to hurt? Oh, what is this? Keith Lee with a backbreaker followed up by an Uzu lariat. What a move by Lee. Cover. 1. No. Samoa Joe with an early kick out. That was a very early pin attempt. And did you hear those chops by Keith Lee? And Samoa Joe's going to give him the receipt. Right back with some chops of his own. Now it could be looking like they're heading to the outside. And Samoa Joe gets Keith Lee right on that apron. No, Lee just rolls right back in. Still aware of his surroundings for now. He hasn't gotten rocked too much by Joe. Off the ropes. Lee, just launches Samoa Joe into the air. And Keith Lee getting Samoa Joe with a big power slam. 1, 2, not even a 2 count on Joe yet. And you see Joe just getting right back up, right back to a vertical base. And Lee just lays in a forearm onto Joe, knocking him into the corner, feeding him some chops. No, Samoa Joe now feeding chops of his own to Keith Lee. And, look at that. Just chops and jabs in the corner. You do not want to get into a striking game with Samoa Joe. This guy is a dangerous boxer. Probably one of the most dangerous strikers in the WWE. And he's showing that off right now. He missed that slap, but he catches him on the second attempt. Just paintbrushing Keith Lee. But Lee now fighting his way out of the corner. Now driving the shoulder into the midsection of Samoa Joe. Joe now just, my gosh, the chop by Lee. And off the ropes we go. Back elbow, missed. Joe takes advantage. Samoa Joe's got the experience advantage, and he's gonna use it. He's gonna use it. He's smart enough to know that he's more experienced than Keith Lee tonight, and he's gonna take advantage of it. Joe taunting the crowd. What is Samoa Joe looking for now? Bringing Lee halfway into the ring, leaving that other half on the apron. What is that? Just slams him right on the edge of the ring. That's the hardest part of the ring. There's barely padding there. That's metal and wood right there. And Joe hitting a stomp. Referee making sure that looked like it was above the belt, but you can't be too safe. Joe now working on the knee of Keith Lee, taking away the power, the base of the strong man Lee. Keith Lee just right to the kidney with that punch. What is this going to be? Joe reroutes the Irish whip from Lee from the corner. And what is this going to be? Superplex. Look at Lee carrying Samoa Joe. Joe's not someone to hold up like that. But Samoa Joe takes advantage. Samoa Joe tips the weight on his side of the scale. And now Joe just taking apart Keith Lee. What a combination. Ending with that senton. Cover. Is it enough to take down Lee? No, it's not. No, it is not enough to take down Keith Lee. And Joe with an enziguri to a kneeling Keith Lee. And what is this? Samoa Joe now. Gosh. Just tearing apart those ligaments in the knee. Now Joe, what is he looking for here? Oh my gosh, the strength from that power bomb. And he transitions that right into a Boston Crab. Great technical prowess showcased here by Joe. What is Samoa Joe looking for now? Scott Lee in the corner. What a kick by Samoa Joe. Lee might be knocked out, but Joe telling him to get up. What could he be looking for? No, Lee with a fireman's carry gets out of a dangerous predicament. Now what is Lee looking for? He got that headbutt, creating some distance. And what? Oh! That was an interesting maneuver by Keith Lee. That's what I was talking about when he was making his way to the ring. Unpredictability. And what is that? Lee with a nice backbreaker. One. No. No one's got a 2 count yet, I don't think, in this match. These are 2 resilient bulls. Oh, and look at that chest chop. That had Samoa Joe reacting. Oh, and a jab from Lee. What's this going to be? Lee, oh, tosses Joe right to the ground. And a combination with a crossbody. Look at Lee move. His agility. Is it enough to take down Joe? It is not enough to take down Samoa Joe yet. This match continues. Lee now has Joe in the corner. Misses a body blow, but gets it right back. Makes up for the missed shot. Keith Lee, what has he got planned? Oh, just tossing Joe to the other side of the ring. And look, he's saying, bring it. And just tackles him down with the shoulder block. Keith Lee sends Joe right into the buckle. And digging in those shoulders once again. Keith Lee's been working a lot on the midsection of Samoa Joe. Oh, but Joe rocks Lee with some forearm strikes. Samoa Joe bringing Lee up to the top turnbuckle. 2 big guys like this, nothing good can come from it, that's for sure. What is Joe looking for here? Superplex, maybe. What is Joe looking for? Super... Oh! Falcon Arrow drives Lee, center of the ring. 1, 2... No! Lee kicks out. These 2 are having a war. These 2 are having a war. And Joe again. Oh, just a chop. And what a maneuver by Joe. But in comes Lee with a clothesline. And just pummeling Joe with some grounded fists. This match has become very competitive between these 2 agile big men. Joe, Samoan drop. Lee's in trouble. Samoa Joe's hit his stride. What is this? No! Could have been looking for a power bomb, but Lee with a back body drop. Now has the ball back in his court. In this teeter-totter of a matchup. What is Lee looking for? Off the ropes. Joe reverses. Lee goes right through that clothesline. Oh my lord. Keith Lee just launched Samoa Joe. Keith Lee is a genetic freak. What is this? Oh! What a jackhammer-like maneuver. 2. No. Samoa Joe kicked out at 2. Oh, man, these 2 are just tearing each other apart. Look at that. I don't even know what to call that move from Lee that he pulled out. It was almost curtains for Samoa Joe, that's for sure. And look at Joe, trying to catch his breath, trying to sort of gain some sturdiness. And Lee, once again, oh, just hip tossing Joe to the other side of the ring, showing off incredible athleticism. And Lee just avalanches Joe in the corner, squishing him. Up to the middle rope. Lee was looking for a frog splash, but Samoa Joe got the knees up. What could Samoa Joe be looking for now? Back in the corner with Keith Lee. Uh-oh. Could it be time for the Muscle Buster? Oh, he hits it. He planted Lee. Is it enough? Samoa Joe, the winner of the contest. He is not. These 2 guys are throwing everything they have at each other. Was looking for a Hail Mary of a punch with Samoa Joe, but Keith Lee back on the offense. Oh, and just a punch to the gut again. What could Lee be looking for? He's got Joe up and just slingshots him off the top rope into a vertical suplex. Joe rolling out of the way. Oh, and a backhand to Keith Lee. Just slapped him across the face, paintbrushing him. Joe now looking to the outside. No, Lee just pummeled him with a forearm. Lee now trying to get back into the ring. Joe is rocked. Lee's got him up fireman's carry once again, right into that jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, Keith Lee is your winner. Limitless Keith Lee took a beating, but dished out a beating to Samoa Joe. Look at that athleticism from Lee on that cross body. It took everything from both these men. Look at that, just launching Samoa Joe, and here's a jackhammer maneuver. Wasn't enough to put down Joe. Muscle buster from Joe wasn't enough to put down Lee, but a second one of those fireman carry jackhammers put down the Samoan submission machine. Look at that, offering a handshake. Oh! Samoa Joe just sucker punched Keith Lee. Well, I think that was uncalled for. That was uncalled for, Joe. That's just called poor sportsmanship. Keith Lee won that match fair and square. Well, either way, coming up next, Finn Balor is in action. Bobby Roode, his opponent tonight, already in the ring. As the crowd waits for the leader of Balor Club. Who emerges from the smoke. Finn Balor has been trying to hunt down Undisputed Era members recently after his loss to Adam Cole. On the last episode of Dark, he took out Roderick Strong. Tonight, he doesn't have a member of the Undisputed Era. He's got Bobby Roode that he has to look out for. But Finn is trying to make his way to a World Championship match that he has in his back pocket from winning the Battle Royal at the first Super card. You can see the crowd loving Finn Balor. And Finn Balor loves the crowd equally as much. He thrives off the crowd's adrenaline that they feed him whenever they watch one of his contests. You can see Finn's liking the feel here in Cleveland. But tonight, Finn's got a pretty experienced opponent in front of him in the glorious Bobby Roode. You can see the crowd loving Finn Balor. And here we go. Roode trying to tell Balor that he's glorious, and Balor comes out of the corner with a sling blade. Oh, and Balor just feeding him some forearms. Oh my gosh. dealing a lot of damage to Bobby Roode. Balor has got him in a suplex, and right off the top strand. And Finn just feeding him a drop kick. Finn Balor's not messing around. He's looking for the W tonight. Backdrop suplex. No, Roode flips through. Roode just catching big punches on Finn Balor. Bobby Roode. Clothesline in the corner to Balor. Roode getting in some offense against Finn. The now self-proclaimed Robert Roode. I know I called him Bobby Roode. It's a force of habit. He now wants to be called Robert Roode, going back to his roots, he told me. And I just thought, okay. Feeding Balor some strikes. Balor now turning the tables. And in comes Finn Balor with a drop kick. And Balor with a chop to Roode. And what a drop kick from Finn Balor. Very impressive offense by Finn. And what is this from Finn? Rolls through, sunset flip from the middle rope. Referee getting into a perfect vantage point of the cover. 2. No. Bobby Roode kicked out. Enziguri by Finn Balor. What could Finn Balor be looking for here? Going off the ropes after the snapmare. PK. Followed up by a double foot stomp. What a maneuver by Finn Balor. And this could be it for Roode. 19-16 by Balor. He got him square on the top of his head. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, Finn Balor making quick work out of Bobby Roode. And this is what did it. Look at that. Big kick to the chest. Knocks Roode down. And he stomped him hard and drilled the 1916 on him for the 1, 2, and 3. Your winner, Finn Balor. He is one step closer to Aleister Black. Because that's the end goal for Finn. He wants the Grand Championship. He has a title match. He just needs the time to use it. Well, it is now time for your main event as Mark Andrews, the #1 contender of the Cruiserweight Championship, faces Roderick Strong. We are back on Super Showdown Dark. Greg Hamilton introduces our championship main event. This is the first ever championship match to be held on Super Showdown Dark. And it belongs to our cruiserweights. Roderick Strong has only held this title for 1 day. This match is happening 24 hours after Flight of the Cruiserweight. Mark Andrews won that Fatal 4-Way match, gaining this championship opportunity. And Roderick Strong was crowned Cruiserweight Champion that night. The crowd loving Mandrews. Just that, he's got that addictive personality. Just loves a fun time. And someone who's taking this match very seriously is this man, the Cruiserweight Champion, Undisputed Era member, Roderick Strong. Strong saying, hey, look at me, the champion, the man who finished the prophecy of the Undisputed Era, gaining them their last piece of championship gold they needed for everyone to hold a belt. Because right now, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are your tag team champions. Adam Cole, Intercontinental Champion. Roderick Strong, Cruiserweight Champion. Now, that is power given to the Undisputed Era. Although sometimes I don't agree with their tactics, they get the job done. Always. Roderick Strong, although neither of these guys had much time to really study their opponent, I guess Mark Andrews did, he was backstage for 3 Roderick Strong matches in that tournament. Roderick Strong last night only watched 1, and that was Mark Andrews. So of course, this was recorded after that historic Women's Championship main event between Peyton Royce and Charlotte Flair. And well, we have another historic championship match right now, as the Cruiserweight Championship is not only on the line for the first time, this is the first championship match in Super Showdown Dark history. So you see the challenger, Mark Andrews, hailing from Cardiff, Wales. And his opponent, the Messiah of the Backbreakers, the Cruiserweight Champion, Roderick Strong. Holding up that belt very proudly. He earned it. There was no outside interference in that tournament at all. Roderick Strong earned every victory he got right there. And the hard work paid off, because he's holding that championship. And there you see referee Derek Moore holding up the Cruiserweight Championship, as it's going to be defended right now. The bell sounds, and these two stare across from each other, collar and elbow tie-up between the opponents. And Strong gets the side headlock takedown on Andrews, who sends him off the rope. Over, and a big single leg dropkick from Mandrews, who's looking to dethrone the Cruiserweight Champion one night after he won it. Oh, chop to the chest. Strong, though, gets the boot up, misses a chop, but nails the second one. That's how quick he can pull out those chops. If he misses one, he can strike another right after the first. What is this by Mandrews, creating some separation. Hurricane Rana, springboard into the ring. That's the explosive offense of Mandrews. Snapmare, drop kick. Strong getting out of dodge. Oh, big shot from Andrews, sending Strong to the floor. What is this going to be from Mark Andrews? Oh, moonsault to the outside. The aerial offense of Mark Andrews is unprecedented. It is something you will never see before. Blink and you'll miss something whenever this guy's in the ring. And into the ring they go. Because, of course, championship advantage. If Roderick Strong got counted out right there, he'd lose the match, but still keep the title. Oh, what a chop. Giving Roderick Strong a taste of his own medicine, and a great missile drop kick by Mandrews. Incredible offense by Mandrews being shown off so far. He's had a very strong starting to the match. Northern Lights suplex cover. No. Strong was in the ropes. That was pretty poor ring awareness from Andrews. He should have made sure Strong was nowhere near those ropes when it comes to a championship match like this against a veteran like Roderick Strong is. And just going with those chest blistering chops. By the end of this match, Andrews' chest is going to look like ground beef. Oh, look at those punches from Strong. And oh, just caught him with that knee right underneath the jaw. Oh, look at that. Just backhanding, picking apart Andrews, who's now got some offense. Pele kick. Mark Andrews now going up to the top. No. Strong getting out of the way. Mark Andrews likes to do a shooting star press. And it looks like he might be looking to fly once again to the outside. Look at just pulling out a backflip. He is excited. What it says, oh, suicide dive. Strong got out of the way. Strong getting out of the way, sort of ducking down a bit. I don't even know if he did that on purpose. But Mark Andrews almost just face planted into the announce table. And Strong taking advantage of the mishap. Six count on the outside. Is Roderick Strong just going to try and get himself counted out? Oh, just slamming him face first on the apron and catching him with a knee. While these two have been sort of going back and forth since the get-go. Strong now sending Andrews to the outside, maybe looking for a high-risk maneuver of his own. Here he comes. Oh, just drilling him with a drop kick through the ropes. And right back into the ring goes Strong. Pinfall. 1, 2. No. Mark Andrews kicking out of that missile drop kick through the ropes to the outside. What is Strong looking for now? Just wearing down Mark Andrews. He knows he'd have more of an advantage against Andrews with a nice slow pace. Because sure, Roderick Strong can go from multiple gears. You know, he's got different gears, like a car sort of. But I think going slow is the best move for his match tonight. So once Andrews gets going, he can't be stopped. Oh, and look at this. To the outside goes Strong. And look out below. Here comes Andrews. Tope con hilo. To the outside. Mark Andrews has got a great chance tonight. What is this? Stun Dog Millionaire by Andrews. Could this be it for Roderick Strong? Championship dreams are over. 2. Not yet. Strong got a little bit of fight left in him, it seems. Roderick Strong's dreams of being a champion could have been over right there. And Mark Andrews' dreams could have came true. Great Tornado DDT. That seems to have set up Roderick Strong in perfect position for the shooting star press. Oh, what height. Leg hooked. 1, 2. No. Kick out from Strong. Strong barely got that shoulder. Wait a minute. No. Wait. What is Adam Cole doing in the ring? What is he doing? Mark, you gotta turn around, man. He's right behind you. Adam Cole. Low. Super kick. He's looking. Last shot. Oh. He nailed it. The referee didn't see the intervention. You can see Strong now crawling his way towards Mark Andrews. He's incapacitated after that. No. You've gotta be kidding me. Mark Andrews just kicked out of the last shot. Unbelievable. Oh, but Strong's not gonna let his dream continue for much longer. Could this be end of Heartache? He's got it. He nailed him. shoulders down. 2, 3. Damn it. I hate to see a match go this way. Stun Dog Millionaire you've seen from Mandrews there. If Adam Cole didn't get interfered, this could have been a completely different match. But he did. Mandrews kicked out, but Strong hit End of Heartache and ended the championship dreams of Mark Andrews tonight on Super Showdown Dark. Roderick Strong is still your Cruiserweight Champion, standing tall with a very cowardly victory over Mark Andrews. But he's still holding that belt, because the Undisputed Era will take any win possible. Well, thank you for tuning in to Super Showdown Dark. We'll see you next time.